I want to make sure I get a link. I'm going to actually share this on Twitter right now. If you need this so that you are able to take this link, if you need to report it to YouTube or
Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody had an amazing Easter weekend. I can't even explain to you guys how good our Easter weekend was. It just seems like a totally different ball game now that we have a grandchild. I can't even put it into words, but I am extremely grateful and blessed to finally have my family whole. I'm talking about having my parents here, having a grandchild, actually watching them interact with their great-grandchild, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I can't even put it into words. In today's video, we're going to be discussing everything that has been happening with the mass tagging, mass flagging, whatever you want to talk about, on how Unirock and company actually finally achieved their mission by getting Molly Golightly terminated off YouTube. Before I get into my usual disclaimer, another disclaimer, I am not coming to the defense of Molly Golightly and her bad behavior or past bad behaviors. It just seems to me as though this was not Unirock's place or Nonsense on the Web's place to actually have this done to her, especially the timing of it. If you have not heard by now, Molly Golightly did lose her mom, and she has been going through a rough time. I cannot even imagine the pain she's going through, and to have all of this happen to her all at once. And I know a lot of people may say, oh, but it's Molly's fault. Absolutely. She got to be accountable for herself, but it's nobody else's place to make her accountable. That's just me. My usual disclaimer, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Now let's go back to these two specific people and how all this weird started. I'm talking about Nonsense on the Web 2.0 and Unirock. Nonsense on the Web came to YouTube in regard to the story with Marvon McRae and family. And her mission was that Marvon's voice needs to be heard, and she was coming to the defense of his whole family. We're using the story just for financial gain, but we're not going to talk about her. She deserves her own video. In this video, we're going to be discussing Unirock. So when Unirock was brought on, now let me rephrase that. When Unirock was recruited to actually expose this fraud raiser, he was recruited by Without a Crystal Ball, aka Katie Joy, because her feelings were buttered because she was exposed for the disgusting person that she is. So she decided to recruit Unirock. And it's just so weird, the dynamic or the friendship that they have. And I've never seen a grown man be so afraid of another woman the way Unirock is so afraid of Katie Joy. Unirock actually got information from Katie Joy about the story, and he just ran with everything that was given to him by Katie Joy. In my opinion, didn't do his due diligence. And I say that because in one of his videos, he referred to Marvon McRae as deceased.
Her biggest advocate was Marvon. This is justice for Marvon? The woman he loved? The woman he wanted to take care of his kids? The woman who he said, right before he passed.
So off the back, he came and accused Miss Letitia, Molly Golightly, of running a fraud raiser. No solid proof, just going off of people that asked for refunds. This is not about that moving forward. As I said, he tormented, he harassed the biological mother of Marvon McRae for months, contributed to the decline of her mental health, of the health problems that she suffered. He accused her of being a con artist, a scammer, a fraud, and a doxer. And also, at one point, he told her to F off. Eventually, they got rid of Miss Letitia. Even at one point in the story, he accused Miss Letitia of receiving donations up to $200,000. That was the most outrageous figure in this entire story. People were reporting 30,000, 20,000. No, Unirock must go to the extremes, and he accused her of receiving $200,000 in donations. And might I add, these were his words. Even if Miss Letitia did come forward with evidence, it would not make a difference. He will continue to come after her because of the chaos that she caused. How dare he? The chaos that Miss Letitia caused? Why don't you go off the chaos that your employer caused from the beginning, Unirock? Because it's been known and it's been exposed by Without Crystal Ball's husband that they do pay you. For the past 5 months, constantly, Unirock has been reporting Molly Golightly to YouTube via Twitter or directly through YouTube because he felt that Molly Golightly was harassing him, stalking him, doxing him, interfering with his daughter or one of his kids via social media. So he did what he felt was right and no problem. But unfortunately, he didn't seem to be getting the response that he wanted. So he took things a little further. And also, let's not forget to mention, Unirock has been doing very well on YouTube of Molly Golightly's name. And if that floats his boat, all well and good. But that still did not satisfy him because he felt that he needed to be the one to bring Molly Golightly down because of whatever she was doing to a whole lot of different people. So he set out and he has accomplished his mission to get rid of Molly Golightly off of YouTube. And this is the way that they did it. Constantly tagging YouTube. Couldn't get the results. They went via Twitter. He even sat on his platform and explained how to report Molly Golightly. When he was doing his reporting to YouTube because of how he felt Molly treated him or what Molly was doing to him, he showed people how to report on YouTube, step by step. Unfortunately, he didn't get the results he wanted. He moved on to Twitter. Recently, there are countless videos where you can go and watch Unirock promote other people, example, Heels in the Air, that actually reported Molly Golightly via Twitter. So he jumped on that bandwagon and exposed that to his audience, encouraged his audience to follow suit and do the same thing. Retweet that tweet. Do what you'll need to do. It's like, why are we encouraging people to do this? YouTube is such a huge platform. I'm talking about millions of channels. So he got his people to actually, I don't know what you call it. Well, clearly they say it's not mass flagging, which I cannot wait to actually show you because this is how dumb Unirock is. We're going to get into that. So he explained to his audience how to report Molly Golightly and the bad behavior she was doing. And yes, she has been doing some bad behavior. So if YouTube wasn't catching on to it, it was their place to save all these people from this bad person, Molly Golightly, and report her and take a stripper of everything that she does. It's like, for number one, now where does that leave you all? If you all get rid of Molly Golightly, which you all have got rid of Molly Golightly, what content do you all have? You'll have to move on to somebody else. And when it comes to Unirock, I think his next victim was LB, because apparently he felt LB was vet bashing him. Now, let's not forget one thing about Unirock. Unirock is not that innocent. Unirock has had problems himself. He's been exposed for being homophobic. He also allegedly vet bashed somebody else. And Unirock is not a nice person at all. He doesn't even do his due diligence. He got other people doing his work for him. It's been exposed that before he goes and he does his live stream, he goes into some other Discord and he gathers all the information that other people have researched for him. So he doesn't even do his due diligence. And when it comes to Katie Joy, this has been exposed so long ago that the only reason he was taking up for Katie Joy would have been good for him because she's going to reach 1 million subscribers and it's going to be good for him. And it's like, really? So let's go back to Unirock and how he felt they did not mass flag. The straw that broke the camel's back. This is how everything went down. So Molly Golightly was on a live stream and so was Unirock. Apparently, while Unirock was on this live stream, one of his gophers hit him up and said, you gotta go and see what Molly's doing on her live stream. She showed the driver's license of somebody that's staying in a house, and apparently her home is an Airbnb. So somebody was renting a room, and this person that was renting a room had done something bad, and Molly Golightly was calling her out, and a whole lot of shit unraveled. Not saying what Molly Golightly did was right. The mere actions of these people, how they stalk Molly Golightly, is like, wow. Then he finally got this bit of information. And once he got this information, he himself showed his audience what Molly Golightly was doing. In turn, he immediately went off the edge and started insulting Molly Golightly, which is like, real classy, Unirock. Real classy and mature of you. Now, Molly Golightly has been in a very stressful situation. If you know anybody that has suffered or experienced Bell's palsy, during a stressful situation, your mouth tends to lean to the one side. This man is so despicable, started talking about her looks. You're going to hear exactly what he said about Molly Golightly, and then claims that in his experience, because he knows firsthand about substance abuse, and he knows that she's on something, and then he goes on and encourages people to go onto Twitter and mass tag YouTube, to which people started doing. He went and he did it step by step, showed people what to do. Unirock is absolutely shameful.
I don't know whoever has gone around taking pictures of people's licenses and then holding them ransom with those pictures. But Molly's doing it live, while her jaw is trying to jump off of her face and run away.
Molly just put the Airbnb guest driver's license on her live and showed it to everyone.
She can lose her channel in an instant for that. Does she realize that? Is she live? Right.
Chunks about right now. This is how I feel about it. It's because
How long ago, Kathy? How long ago in the stream do you think it was? I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to pull it up and censor it. I'm going to get it. Sorry, guys. I'm interrupting the show for this because this is really important. I want to make sure I see this. She privated it? No. 15 minutes? Because she's still live. She's been live for the last hour, and so about 15 minutes ago, you say? She can't even talk. She can't even talk straight. She is slurring, y'all. Yeah, this is really worrying because with her being this out of her mind, I completely believe what you're saying. So are you saying she did it 15 minutes ago, or are you saying that she did it in a different video? Because she's been live for an hour and 3 minutes, so if she did it 15 minutes ago, can anybody get me a screenshot of it and put it into the general room of the Discord? Let me tag everybody here. If you can get a screenshot of Molly holding up the license, we will, of course, censor it. Let me know. I'm looking for it in her live now. Oh my God! Oh my God! Molly, you just messed up. You better hope to God, because this will be your third one and your channel will go bye-bye. Oh my God. Hold on, let me censor this. And yes, you can still see her and information. Yes, you can. I just checked. I can't believe this. I can't believe you're doing this right now. Are you trying to get permabanned? You're a YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber, as much as I disagree with everything you do. But you are a fellow YouTuber, Molly. I'm being very constructive. It's because she is out of her mind on substances. And this is coming from someone that's been recovered for 10 years.
You can just see it in other people.
You have this filter, you have this I don't know. You can notice it. She is out of her mind. She doesn't know what she's doing. This is a woman's license. This is live right now. This just happened maybe 30 minutes ago in the stream. She is showing a woman's license. This woman is in danger because she's mean and evil. She's doing this to punish this person. So here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to actually grab this link and do it like this. Link to Molly's video right here. All of you need to go to Team YouTube and tag. I'm going to do it right now.
So what you do is go over here.
Guys can go to @Unirock TV on Twitter. You can retweet this and heart this, reply to this, and type @Team YouTube in the reply to maybe let Team YouTube know what's going on.
Oh, Unirock actually accomplished his goal in mass tagging or mass flagging, whatever you want to call it. Molly Golightly, her channels are gone. But till this day, they're still talking about her. She's still in his thumbnails. She is still in his titles. They fucked themselves. Because what are they going to do? Follow her to other platforms? Expose her there? It's like, really, people? Do you not have a life? Now, this is the funny thing about it. So, Menace To Sobriety, whatever his name is, made this whole video on how nonsense and Unirock did not mass flag Molly Golightly. To which I feel now, this poor guy, Menace, went above and beyond to safeguard his friend Unirock. And in turn, Unirock just went and fucked himself. And this is what he put out.
Right, that is the link you go to get actually a hold of YouTube, and you make sure these people suffer the same fate I suffer. You know what I'm saying? The turtles are massive. We're a large group. Take over the Twitter realm and make sure justice is served. Take over the Twitter realm and make sure justice is served. Take over the Twitter realm and make sure justice is served.
You look like a turtle. You think like a turtle.
So as you saw in that clip, I don't know these people personally. I don't watch their content. I've heard about them, and apparently people feel they're problematic. But even if people are problematic, I'm not going to come and drag them down because other people feel they're problematic. But if you saw with this person, Dolly, and Unirock got there, the real mess flaggers, okay? Now, if you heard closely, what did Dolly say? Take this link via, not his exact words, via the Twitter realm. Didn't Unirock do that? They went the Twitter realm. They tagged the shit out of Team YouTube on Twitter. And according to them, that's not mass flagging. But now when Dolly did that, Dolly is the real mass flagger? How does all this make sense, people? Am I just fucking dumb? What is going on? So, Unirock and his masses did not mass flag. But Dolly, that did the same thing, that was encouraging the same thing on Twitter to his masses, they the mass flaggers. This is some fucked up shit. This is some fucked up dumb people shit, because I can't be that dumb. But you guys let me know what you think. If this Dolly person is mass flagging and Unirock did the same thing and he didn't mass flag, where you got Menace To Sobriety bringing out all the YouTube terms of service, what mass flagging is, what mass flagging isn't. So Dolly didn't do anything wrong, because that doesn't seem to be mass flagging according to Unirock. He's just a dumb fuck. The moral of the story is that I would say they are not pimps, but what they are is hitmen, because they were recruited to do a certain job. Well, I'm going to say Unirock was recruited to do a certain job. He accomplished that mission, so I call that a hitman. So you guys, let me know what you think. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another, and don't forget to make good memories. Bye, guys.